Good morning everyone. Today we are going to discuss about chapter 2 grade 10, that is acid, bases and salts. So in this chapter we are going to learn about what are acids, what are bases and salts. You might have studied in your previous classes and you might have already know that acids are sour in taste and they change the color of blue litmus paper into red. Whereas in case of bases which are bitter in nature and they can change the color of a red litmus paper to blue. Now litmus. What is a litmus? Litmus is a natural indicator. Like litmus, what are other natural indicators that are used to represent for acids and bases? Like litmus, turmeric is also another such indicator. You might have noticed stain of curry on a white cloth becomes red after washing that particular stain with soap, which shows that soap is basic in nature. So in this chapter we are going to read in detail about acid, bases and how salts are formed. Now do you know what is a litmus solution? Litmus solution is basically a purple color dye which is normally extracted from lichen. Lichen is a plant which is belonging to the division of Thylophyta and is used as an indicator. When the blue litmus solution is neither acidic nor basic, its color remains purple. So we are going to discuss further. So in this chapter what we will discuss understanding the chemical properties of acids and bases, how they are reacting with metals, metal carbonates and hydrogen carbonates, how it reacts with metals, acid-base reactions, how metallic oxide react with acids, how non-metallic oxides react with base. Further on, many more things. So first we will start with the topic understanding the chemical properties of acids and bases. Suppose you have different solution like hydrochloric acid, HCl solution, sulfuric acid, nitric acid, that is HNO3, hydroxide, potassium hydroxide, magnesium hydroxide, ammonium hydroxide. These are the different solutions. Now what you have to do, you have to take a drop of every solution into a watch glass one by one. And after that, what you have to do, after taking that drop of different solution one by one in watch glass, you have to put a drop of the different indicators. Like you can put red litmus solution to one solution, and to another you can put blue litmus solution, to third one you can put phenolphthalein solution, and to fourth one you can put methyl orange solution. These and what are the changes takes place after putting these red litmus, blue litmus, phenolphthalein and methyl orange solution for each of the solutions that you have taken into the watch glass. Then you have to observe the change in color and you have to make that table. Based on the change in color, you can identify which is acid and which is base. These are the activities that you can perform under the supervision of any chemistry teacher in your school laboratory. So, further we will discuss how acid and bases react with metals. For this, first of all, what you need, take about 5 ml of dilute sulfuric acid in a test tube under the supervision of your class teacher in the chemistry lab. And after taking the 5 ml dilute sulfuric acid in test tube, add a few pieces of zinc granules into it. After putting the zinc granules, what will happen? After putting the zinc granules, there will be a reaction between acid and metal. You have to take dilute sulfuric acid, 5 ml dilute sulfuric acid, and then you have to put zinc granules, and after putting zinc granules there will be release of hydrogen gas. And so this is the figure which is showing the reaction of zinc granules with dilute HCl. This is the test tube containing dilute HCl with zinc granules inside it. When dilute HCl react with the zinc granules, then there is formation of hydrogen bubbles, and those hydrogen bubbles will come to through this delivery tube, and there is release of hydrogen gas. Hydrogen gas always pops with a sound on burning. Okay. So this is the reaction of zinc granules with dilute HCl. So from this above reaction, we can say that metal displaced hydrogen atom from the acid as hydrogen gas and forms a compound that is called salt. So it can also be summarized as when acid react with metal, there is formation of salt and release of hydrogen gas. So like this, we can take another activity examples also. Hope the concept is clear. Like this, we can take another example. We will take some pieces of granulated zinc metal in a test tube, and after that we will add some sodium hydroxide, around 2 ml of sodium hydroxide solution, and then we will warm the contents of the test tube. What we will see that there is formation of sodium zincate and release of hydrogen gas. So this is the equation, 2NaOH plus zinc, and then formation of sodium zincate and release of hydrogen gas will take place. Now we will study how do metal carbonates and metal hydrogen carbonates reacts with acids. First of all, what we will do, we will take 2 test tubes and mark them or label them as test tube A and test tube B. After that, we will take around 0.5 gram of sodium carbonate in test tube A and around 0.5 gram of sodium hydrogen carbonate, that is NaHCO3, in test tube B. After that, we will add around 2 ml of dilute HCl to both the test tubes and we will observe the change. We will see that there is a release of gas, that is carbon dioxide gas. Okay, the reaction will be Na2CO3 plus 2HCl in test tube A, and it will form 2NaCl plus water plus carbon dioxide. The second reaction that takes place in test tube B is NaHCO3 plus HCl will further form NaCl plus water plus carbon dioxide. So this is the change we will observe, that there is release of gas. that which gas will release after reaction, that is carbon dioxide gas. On passing the carbon dioxide gas through lime water, what is lime water? That is calcium hydroxide, that is CaOH2 plus CO2. When we will pass that carbon dioxide gas through lime water, then formation of white precipitate will takes place, that is calcium carbonate formation, that is CaCO3 plus water. On passing excess carbon dioxide through calcium carbonate, the reaction will be CaCO3 plus water plus carbon dioxide, then there will be formation of product CaHCO3 twice. So this will be the product form which is soluble in water. Marble, chalk, limestone are different forms of calcium carbonate. These are the different forms of calcium carbonates, and all the metal carbonates and hydrogen carbonate which reacts with acid, and further what they will give us corresponding salt, carbon dioxide and water. So we can say when metal carbonate or metal hydrogen carbonate reacts with acid, what is the final product we are getting? We are getting the salt plus carbon dioxide gas plus water. Hope this is clear.